So good afternoon, YouTube. Sorry for my lateness. I was mullering a pizza. So yeah, I'm here now. You can see that side of me. We have our new signing. It's looking kind of good right now. Loan FC is in full flow, and we've got two loan signings in. Can we get any more? Can we do another signing? I'm not so sure we're going to get another signing, but we shall see. We shall see what happens. There's plenty of movement going on in the window at the minute. Gareth Bale is one person that I'm going to talk about, and he ain't going anywhere. So all the Tottenham fans that thought they were going to get Gareth Bale on loan, unlucky. You ain't getting Gareth Bale. You are not getting him. His agent has actually come out and said, he is an Arsenal fan, by the way, Gareth Bale's agent. Gareth Bale is staying at Real Madrid for the remainder of his contract, and he will not be going out on loan. He also said that there's not many teams in the world that can afford Gareth Bale, and Tottenham definitely ain't one of them. There's no way he is going on loan to Tottenham, and that ain't going to happen. Now, Olivier Giroud could happen. He could be the ultimate Judas and go around London and end up at Tottenham after going to Chelsea from Arsenal. So that could possibly happen. He's still linked with Inter. He's still linked with Lazio. That's potentially something that could happen in this window. But as for Arsenal, I think we're probably done, if I'm being honest. I'm just hoping and praying that the hierarchy, go out and do something else. I still think we need a midfielder. Let me shift over a little bit. There we go. That's a bit better, isn't it? I still think that we need to go and get another player. I think we need a midfielder. We've got the centre back in. We've got the right back in. He's behind me as we speak. And we need to go and get a midfielder now. But Carrasco, that's a done deal to Atletico Madrid. He's gone out on loan from Dalian Ifan. Is that the team? Is that the team he was at? I probably butchered the name of their club. But that was a pointless deal in the first place. And now he's gone back out on loan. So Lampard has confirmed he is staying. Check Twitter, Sky Sports News. Okay, I'll have a little look in a minute. That doesn't mean he's staying. That just means Lampard said he's staying. So, listen, they might still get rid, but they're on the hunt for a striker. Cavani could be that striker. Man United are on the hunt for a striker. They were linked with Slimani the other day, which I found hilarious. It's like, why would you get linked with him out of all the players? Mitrovic is another one Man United were linked to the other day. This transfer window's been jokes. Hardly anything's happened, and everyone's just on loan FC. Although Man United did sign Bruno Fernandes. And what a signing that is, by the way. And yeah, he is quality. Absolutely class act. They've got a top player. I don't know why everyone's reporting the fee at 68 million quid. It's nowhere near 68 million quid. It's about 46 million quid plus add-ons. So 46.6 million, I think it is. So listen, for 46 million quid, they have got themselves an absolute baller. The geezer knows how to score goals. He knows how to defend. He's a proper player. What does that mean for Pogba? He'll probably be gone in the summer, and rightly so as well. If I was a Man United fan, I'd want him out ASAP because I don't rate him one bit as an Arsenal fan, and there's a lot of Man United fans that don't like him either. So I think Pogba will be gone in the summer. But Leicester City fan Georgie says Slimani is a good striker. Where's this comment gone? But stinking attitude. Well, there's a lot of players like that. A lot of players like that, mate. There's hundreds of players in world football that are decent players, but they got a shit attitude. And I ain't going to go through the ones at Arsenal. I think everyone knows who I'm on about. But same with Pogba. Pogba's a decent player 3 months of a season. Other than that, his attitude stinks. He thinks he's better than he is, doesn't he? During this stream, I'm also going to go through Arteta's press conference. He's doing a press conference as we speak. So I normally do a press conference reaction. So I'll do that whilst we're on this stream a little bit later on. We'll go through the transcript. I'll bring that up on screen, and we'll have a little look at that, see what Arteta's saying. Obviously, Arsenal do have a game this weekend against Burnley. I'll be doing a watch-along for that as normal, starting 11 reaction as normal, and player ratings as normal. I'll be joined by my partner in streams, Guna Eagle Eye. His link is in the description if you want to sub to him. But let's see what you guys are saying in the chat, and then we'll have a little look on some of the rumours going around. But like I said, Gareth Bale ain't going nowhere. So Tottenham fans wind your necks in. That ain't happening. Giroud is staying put. Everyone's saying Giroud's staying put. Well, yeah, apparently Lampard's confirmed that. So Giroud's wife wears the trousers. Says Flow Rider. Well, I think she does, mate. Listen, after his escapades up at Goodison when he stayed in the hotel and had a little after hours activities one evening, should we say? Man fully got his willy wet that night. Yeah, I'd imagine she probably does wear the trousers because listen, he shouldn't have been doing that. Full stop. But definitely on the night of a game, he shouldn't have been doing that anyway. But Lamar to Arsenal says F4 freestylers. Any relation to the F2s? Listen, well, they've just signed Carrasco. So listen, I'd be well happy. I'd be well happy if we sign Thomas Lamar. I'd be buzzing with that. And there's still time. You know, it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's still another 9 hours of this transfer window to go. So that could potentially still happen. Liverpool never walk alone says Pogba is a baller. He's used wrongly. I disagree. He's a good player. I agree with that part. Used wrongly? Nah, his attitude stinks, mate. He thinks he's bigger than United. The quicker they get rid of him, the quicker they move on as a football club. Because he's kind of, I don't want to use the word toxic because that's the buzzword. Everyone uses the word toxic these days. But there we go. Omar sums it up perfectly. He's arrogant. Yeah, he's too arrogant. That is his issue. He's arrogant. He believes his own hype. The geezer turns up for 3 months of a year. Thank you, Anthony, for your donation. Hi, Lee, just joined you. What's the update for Arsenal? Do you reckon that is it for us? Well, the update is we signed Suarez, not Louis, not Denny, but we have signed the guy you can see behind me, and we've signed him on loan. I probably do think that is it. I do think that is it, sadly. I don't think Arsenal got the ambition to go and do what's required. So they've gone loan FC this window. But I'm not too disappointed. Yeah, if you expect nothing, you can't be disappointed. So, excuse me. But yeah, I do think that we're done. But you never know. Michael says, would you take Fleck? Got hiccups as well. Still made it. I ate that pizza way too quickly. I would take Fleck, 20 million quid, hard-working midfielder. If you look at Liverpool, they've got Wijnaldum, they've got Jordan Henderson, they're hard-working midfielders. They've got James Milner. You need them types of players in your team to make the flair players and the better players be able to do what they're doing. Lucas Torreira, not the Lucas Torreira, he's a snide Lucas Torreira in the chat. Are you still backing Kroenke? Well, please do tell me where I've backed Kroenke, mate, instead of just listening to absolute BS. Yeah, I'm not a sheep. I have my own opinion. I read everything. I look into everything. And then I form my own opinion, my friends. So you can go down the route of doing whatever you want. That's up to you. I will also do likewise. Not once have I ever backed Kroenke. I'm just saying, for anybody who doesn't know, that let me put it to you like this. This is the most simplistic way I can put it. We are self-sustaining, which is why we moved to the Emirates. One of the reasons. The other reason was to compete with Europeans elite, which we failed at doing. But we are self-sufficient. We moved to the Emirates before Kroenke had a share in the club. We had already planned that move in 2002. We got the funding from Barclays Bank in 2002, which was before the Kroenkes invested into the club. They didn't invest until 2007, by which time we'd done a season in the new stadium. And we moved to be self-sufficient. We are self-sufficient. Now, fast forward to 2020, they now own the whole club. We're still self-sufficient. We're still nowhere near competing with Europe's elite. And financial fair play rules are being implemented, not just on Arsenal or anybody else. You know, anybody breaks them financial fair play rules, they're on a transfer ban, they get heavy fines, they get points deducted, etc., etc., etc. Now, this is the easiest way I can explain this, right? They employ people, Raul, Vinay, Edu, to run this football club. The same as any owner of a business, and it is a business to him. It is a business, full stop. Whether I like it or not, Arsenal is a business. They employ people to run the day-to-day running of that business, the same as any other business in the world. The guy who owns Amazon, for example, Do you think he's sitting there phoning? Oh yeah. Oh, by the way, how many sales have we had today? Oh, how many orders have we shipped? How many packs have you packed in the warehouse? Come on, man. He pays people to do that stuff for him. Right now, the only way we can spend more money, and by the way, don't think, yeah, that we haven't got money. We've got £231 million sat in a bank account. If you don't believe that, Google Arsenal cash reserves. It'll come up with the accounts. It'll come up with reports from other people showing you the accounts through their article. We've got £231 million sat in the bank. But the only way we can spend more money than we're spending is by increasing our income. How are we going to increase our income? Well, if you look at Sheikh Mansour, Etihad Airlines, which is a company he owns, sponsor Man City. So Walmart, for example, which is something that Kroenke's wife's involved in. I think she's the heir to the Walmart family. Walmart could potentially sponsor Arsenal's training ground at London Colney for £2 billion over the next 5 years. That would give us £400 million a year extra income that we can then go and spend more money. So this notion that he's penny pinching is so far from the truth. I don't believe he is. I just believe that the whole club as a whole is just rotten. And the reason it's rotten is because of the directors. The directors, I'm 38 in June, yeah? The directors have been there when I was floating around in my old man's sack. So they're clueless. They're just all about getting paid. They don't even give a toss about Arsenal. One of them's interested in horse racing. He don't even watch Arsenal games. The owners don't care. And this is what I'll say, right? If they sell the club and they sell it to, say, the Nigerian guy, Dangote, whatever his name is, if they sold it to him, is he going to come in and suddenly increase our revenue stream? Because if he is, then cool. Buy the club, my friend. But you can't increase the revenue stream suddenly overnight and make us spend more money to adhere to the financial fair play rules. So it's a very easy target to pick on him. I kind of agree, but at the same time, it's not that simple. You know, we've mismanaged our money for over a decade. Mesut Ozil, £18 million a season. Come on, man. Who authorised that? And this is what I'll say as well, right? Arsenal don't spend any money. The Kroenkes are not spending any money. Our wage bill is the third highest in the Premier League, and we are 10th. Third highest in the Premier League. £240 million wage bill. Aubameyang, 200 bags a week. Lacazette, 200 bags a week. Skodran Mustafi, 90 grand a week. Mesut Ozil, 350 grand a week. Yeah, we pay top dollar for bang average crap. So when you compare that to somebody else, say Chelsea, for example, Chelsea's wage bill is less than ours, I think, and their team's better than ours. They've managed their money properly, haven't they? And let's be real here. If you go and have a look at Chelsea's net spend, gross spend, whatever you want to do spend, Chelsea have actually net spend up till today, net spend in the last 5 years is 125 million. So everyone could go, oh, but Abramovich throws money in, he chucks money in. Yeah, he might chuck money in. He's done 620 million quid in 5 years. They've got 500 million pound back. We don't do that. We let Aaron Ramsey walk out for nothing. So we let Alexis Sanchez go for a swap for Mickey. So when people say, oh, the owners only care about money, well, that's bollocks. Yeah, because we let a 60 million pound asset get swapped for a 20 million pound asset in Mkhitaryan. We let a 50 million pound asset walk out the club, and we're paying a zero asset 350 grand a week. So it's not that simplistic to just blame the owner. I personally don't want him here. I don't rate him. I don't think he's got any interest in Arsenal Football Club at all. I think his son has. Yeah, I think his son's a little bit more hands-on. But at the same time, if I could get a magic wand and shake it overnight, they'd disappear and not be Arsenal owners anymore. It ain't that simple. And anybody who thinks that getting rid of them and getting a new owner in is suddenly going to plough billions of pounds into this football club, well, unless they sponsor the training ground or suddenly pull a £1 billion sponsorship deal out of fresh air, ain't changing. And when you've got players like Ozil, Aubameyang, Laka, Xhaka, I'm a poet, I didn't know it, Mustafi, you know, Kolasinac's on 140 a week. Who authorised that? Do you know what I'm saying? And when you look at all these wages that we're paying out for some bang average crap, that is where we've had the issue. Not the spending, because we've spent a lot of money. I'll tell you this as well. This is also a fact. We have spent £20 million net, no, gross, sorry, £20 million gross, less than Liverpool in the last 5 years. Look at the team they've got. Look at the team we've got. 20 million over 5 years is £4 million a year that we have spent less than Liverpool. Yet they have invested their money properly. They got rid of Coutinho and went and bought a proper centre-back, Van Dijk, and a proper goalkeeper. We get rid of Alexis Sanchez and bring in Mkhitaryan. Well done, mate. We offer Ozil 350 grand a week and let Aaron Ramsey walk out for nothing. There's 50 million walks out for free. And there's another 66 million we've wasted on him. Yeah, on Ozil. Why? There's 115 million, 116 million. It's all about the mismanagement of our money. We have spent a fortune. We're paying a fortune for wages. So when people say, oh, are you backing him? No, I'm not backing him. I just ain't a sheep. Yeah, I read the ins and outs of everything and form my own opinion on it. My own opinion on it is I don't want him here. I don't want his son here. They ain't going anywhere. And the reality is we move to be self-sustaining. We're self-sustaining. Yeah, financial fair play rules say you have to be self-sustaining. You can't do what Sheikh Mansour did 10, 15 years ago. Can't do what Abramovich did nearly 20 years ago. You can't do that anymore. So it's very easy just to blame the owner. And a lot of people do that. As soon as we have 3 or 4 bad games, oh, it's the owner's fault. Well, the owner spent 140 million quid in the summer and pays out the 3rd highest wage bill in the league. So you tell me where the issue is. The issue is mismanagement of our money. Now, on the flip side of that, he now owns full ownership of the football club. The directors who I spoke about a minute ago, who I think are the biggest issue, Lord Harris of Peckham or whatever his name is, Lord Harris of Dickhead, him, and who's the other one? There's another one whose name I can't remember right now. They are the biggest issue at this football club. Yeah, they are the problem. Now, as a full owner, he can sack the whole board. As a business owner that knows nothing about the business he owns, would you do that? If you owned Arsenal Football Club and you didn't have a clue about Arsenal or about football, would you sack the people that have been there for 50 years? Which is why Arsene Wenger stayed so long, because he was a professor of football. So I get why he didn't sack him. But at the same time, for me, you and every other Arsenal fan, it's complete bullshit, isn't it? Yeah, so I get both arguments. I do see both sides of it, but it's so easy just to blame it on him when the fact and reality is Gazidis and Wenger were probably a bigger issue because Wenger picked Gazidis or was in the interview process for Gazidis's interview to become the CEO. Why? Why were you in that interview? You're a manager of a football club. Why? Arsene Wenger also has openly admitted that he was part of the negotiation process of every single contract. So he'd pick the length, he'd pick the terms of the contract, the fee on the deal, the weekly wages, the bonuses, the add-ons. Why? Why would you pick that? Him and Gazidis offered that 350 to Ozil. Him and Gazidis allowed Ramsey to get down to a certain length of time that when Emery came in, it was nigh on impossible to keep him. And Emery did want to keep Ramsey. But Ramsey had already gone, boy, I'm gone, mate. 400 grand a week. See ya. So Alexis Sanchez swapped for Mickey. If the owner was all about money, why didn't we take the 60 million City offered 6 months earlier? Again, it's not the owner who made that decision. It was Wenger and Gazidis. So I don't want to pin it all on them. All of them are culpable, every single one of them. And now that they own the club fully, they can sack the board. Let's not forget also, the stadium's only halfway paid off. People are deluded enough to think that Sky Sports, when they go, oh, Arsenal scrimped and scraped to pay the stadium off. Bollocks. The stadium is not paid off until 2031 and costs around 20 million quid a year. So when we moved into the Emirates and we were paying that 20 million pound repayment, because it's on a mortgage like you do with your house, 25-year mortgage, 20 odd million pound a year. And a lot of it's interest. The interest declines over the time and then the repayments kick in more, the same as a mortgage. So you're paying off more of it, but paying less interest the longer it goes. When we moved into that, why did we sell all our best players? Can someone explain that? Why did Van Persie go for 27 million? Why did Nasri go? Adi Bayor, Fabregas, you know, all of these players, Vieira, Thierry Henry. Why did we sell all these players? Because if the stadium was only costing 20 million a year and Champions League football qualification by top 4 gave us that initial 20 million plus the group stage, you get 5 million a win. I think it's 2 million a draw. Getting out the group stage is another 30 million. So why did we have to sell all our players? Because Tottenham are living proof right now, fast forward in 15 years, that you can build a stadium. And by the way, there's this 50 million a season that they can go out and do 60 on a player, on Ndombele, go and do 20 on Lo Celso, or 27 on Bergwijn. How can they do that? But we couldn't 15 years ago. There's a reason for that. And when you suss that reason out, leave it in the comments. Because I know the reason, and that reason is not the owner. That reason, leave it in the comments. Anyway, Anthony, thank you very much. Nina, if Nina Bracewell-Smith gave her shares to Usmanov, I wonder how the power battle would have gone between him and Kroenke. She is a snake, that woman, mate. Yeah, she comes out on Twitter. Oh, I'm so gutted I sold my shares to the wrong guy. Yeah, I bet your bank balance don't care, does it? Yeah, I bet you're sitting there pretty on your 16 million quid or whatever it was you got out of it. Yeah, can't stand that woman, mate. Absolute scum. Blind Gruner, I don't know what you mean by that, but thank you, mate. Thank you very much. Let's read some of these comments out. But yeah, in short, I don't want the owner here. I don't back the owner. I just ain't a sheep that sits here and blames the owner for everything when it goes wrong, because I see the bigger picture. I was around before that owner came to Arsenal. I supported Arsenal way before that. Yeah, I remember when we got the funding for the stadium. I remember the day that we came out with a statement saying Barclays have given us the funding for the stadium. We're going to move to Ashburton Grove. We're going to go and compete with Europeans elite. And this is going to make us into a superpower. Really. All it done was line all of them old boys' coffers that are sitting on the board that couldn't give a toss about the football club. Ramsey was rubbish. He was a sick note, says Dave on Facebook. Afternoon to you, Dave. Listen, I like Aaron Ramsey, but I don't think he was that great Premier League-wise. He was always injured. FA Cup legend for me, but Premier League, but we still could have got 50 million quid, and we divvied and dallied and dallied and divvied, and he walked out for nothing. And that is not down to the owner. That is down to the mismanagement from Gazidis and Wenger. Broadcast revenue, says Krish. Our broadcast revenue, if you actually have a look at the revenue streams for all Premier League clubs, yeah, we've dropped down massively, but we're still massive revenue streams, £470 million a year. We're paying half of that out in wages. Really? Half in wages? It's kind of worrying. It is kind of worrying how much we pay bang average crap. A.F.C. 1999. Surely if Madrid got Carrasco, they'll be desperate to offload Lamar. Hopefully, mate. It would be nice if we could get Thomas Lamar, even if it's a loan. We're loan FC, so who cares? Jacob Reed, you wanted Wenger out. Now you regret saying Wenger out. Well, not really. Can't stand the geezer, mate. What? Where did I say that? Where did I say that? That geezer has put my football club, our football club, back a decade. Yeah, he's put it back a decade. Him and Gazidis, yeah, were a massive issue to this football club. So regardless of what he'd done, and I did back him for about 16 years, yeah, the last 6 years, he's set us back a decade. Yeah, and we're still paying for that now. We've still got a midfielder in that team that's on way too much money. Shouldn't have got a new deal. I would have gave Ramsey the deal rather than him. In fact, I would have given it to Sanchez. And we can all sit and go, oh, yeah, now the horse has bolted. Oh, Sanchez, look at what he's doing now. Yeah, he did well at United. Alexis Sanchez, the best player we've had for a long, long, long time. And we gave the wrong horse and jockey the money. And what has he done since he signed it? 4 assists. 4 assists. Yeah, 4 assists, 300 grand a week. So, yeah, there we go. How do you think Fernandes will do in the Premier League, says Daisy? Afternoon to you, Daisy. I actually think Bruno Fernandes is quality. I genuinely think, I think you're talking about him. You're probably not talking about the Tottenham Fernandes, but yeah, Bruno Fernandes, what a player. Yeah, what a player. Why weren't we in for him? Yeah, we should have gone and got him. He is absolutely brilliant. They've been tracking him for about, what, 18 months? They've got themselves an absolute baller. I think he'll take to it like a duck to water as well. I think he'll just stroll in, and it wouldn't surprise me if he scores against Wolves at the weekend. It wouldn't surprise me one little bit if he did that. I think he's quality. Yeah, if you look at his goals for Sporting Lisbon, some of the passes, I think he's class. They've probably got the best player of the window, in my opinion. But we shall see. I remember when Falcao came to this league, I thought he was going to smash it, and he didn't. So you don't know until they get it, do you? Lee, I wish we signed Lamar since Atletico got Carrasco, says Echo Kelvin. Well, yeah, listen, that would be nice, mate. That would be really nice. Laura, afternoon to you, babe. Hope you're good. Wenger got paid well for messing the club up. Well, listen, I don't necessarily just blame him. Right? He was given a lot of power, but at the same time, right, if you're a majority shareholder of the club and you come into football and you don't know nothing about football, but you buy shares and you're buying more and more shares and more shares, and you've got a so-called professor of football who's been in and around the game for 35 years, why would you sack him? Because you don't know nothing about football. He knows everything about football. You've then got Gazidis, who he hired. Why would you sack them? As a business owner, I'm looking at that. Not as a football fan, as a business owner. I go and buy your company. I don't know nothing. Let's say it was a sewing company. I don't know nothing about sewing. You've got somebody there who's worked in and around sewing in that industry for 35 years, been at the peak of his powers, and you've bought into that company. Why would you sack that guy? Because now you're getting rid of a guy that knows that inside out and you don't know nothing about it. You're stepping yourself backwards. As a business owner, you wouldn't do that. Yeah, so I get why Wenger stayed so long. I do get that. But at the same time, for me, the biggest issue at this club is the board, and it has been for a long time. Yeah, and they have allowed Wenger and Gazidis to do what they were doing. They were relaying the information back to the owner, or then the majority shareholder. Oh yes, everything's fine. We're making profit. Yes. Oh, anyway, I'm off to the horse racing, darling, to see Tabitha. Get the caviar and the champagne, darling. Yeah, bellends. Yeah, absolute bellends. The quicker that board gets sacked, the better, because they're the biggest problem at this football club. That's just my opinion, but a lot of people disagree with it because a lot of people just like to follow the herd and don't like to form their own opinions. Then the people that go against that are then, you're backing Kroenke. Well, no, not once have I backed Kroenke. Yeah, I just see it from another side as well as the side that they see it, and then make my own opinion. But people just love to scream and shout. It's like every time we go on a losing run, oh, this board and this owner and this and that. Well, I've been saying about the board for about 5 years, you know. So Jacob's having a bad day. He's having a really bad day. He's blaming the fan channels. Fan channels are the problem. Well, how are they the problem? Explain to me. I don't get this concept, mate. AFTV and fan channels are embarrassing to Arsenal and the real fans. Please explain to me what a real fan is then, because listen, whether you like AFTV or not, I don't know why people don't like it. I get why some people don't like it. You can't say that Claude and DT and Robbie, who have been going home and away and Ty, home and away year in year out for 30 years. You're telling me they ain't real fans? Why aren't they real fans then? Well, because they're making a few quid. Oh, so you don't like them making money? Is that the issue? So you're jealous? Is that what you're saying? Because I'll tell you something now, Jacob, yeah? I get why people don't like it. If somebody came to you 7 years ago and said, right, there's a camera, there's a microphone, you're going to get paid and you're going to fly around the world and watch every single football match that your team plays, whether it be pre-season, home, away, any competition in the world, whatever it may be, whether it's a friendly or whatever, and you're going to get paid. And all you have to do, my friend, is graft your backside off for a couple of years until it gets into a big position on YouTube and gets the subscriber base up. All you got to do, mate, is go outside after the game and just find fans to interview and upload it to YouTube. You're telling me you wouldn't take that? You're chatting rubbish, mate. Every single football fan on the planet would take that, because it means they could jack their shit job, yeah? Because a lot of people don't like their job, which is why I jacked mine, because I hated my job. But you telling me that not a single football fan on this planet would love to do what Robbie does, yeah? Because if you are, I don't believe you, mate. Yeah, I don't believe you. What, you wouldn't want to go and watch your team every single week, yeah, without having to go to work, without having to rush to games after work on the tube, by a bus, by a taxi, by car, by boat, yeah, whatever, by plane. Yeah, you're telling me that you wouldn't do that. If somebody said to you and dangled that little carrot, here you go, Jacob, there's a camera and a mic, interview fans after the game, build it up, in a couple of years' time, you'll get paid. Are you telling me you wouldn't do that? You're chatting rubbish, because every single football fan on the planet would do that, mate. Afternoon to you, Paul. I won't read your comment out, but afternoon to you, mate. Now, listen, the one thing people say, I understand why people get the ump with it. I do. Yeah, because again, I see both sides, then I form my own opinion rather than just going with the sheep. But I do get why people get the ump with it. But at the same time, to say that DT, whether you like him or not, Robbie, whether you like him or not, Claude, whether you like him or not, and Ty, whether you like him or not, are fake fans is complete bollocks. Yeah, they've been going home and away since I was about 4. Yeah, so come on, they're not fake fans, are they? Just because you don't like something doesn't mean they're fake. Yeah, just because they're getting paid, or some of them are getting paid. I mean, they go on the fan cams for free. So Robbie obviously earns, of course he does. I did fan cams. I don't get paid for a fan cam. You go on the fan cam because you want to go on the fan cam. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy talking, as you can tell, because I'm rambling for half an hour. But at the same time, you know, I just look at it and I just think, like, people just get the ump with it. I get it. Okay, so cool. Why don't you just stop getting the ump with it? And just, how's that stopping you watching Arsenal? You know, people love to hate on it. I get why people hate on it. I've said that. I get it. But at the same time, not once has it stopped you watching a football match. Not once has it stopped your match day experience. Not once has it stopped you supporting your team. So allow it, man. You don't have to watch it. I don't watch EastEnders because I can't stand it. Ricky! Yeah, fuck all that. Last time I watched it was Christmas Just Gone. I've now realised why I didn't watch it for a decade, because it is absolute crap. Anyway, on that note, let's move on. Everyone's profiting off of losses. Again, I love it when people say that. You're profiting off. Do you know what? I actually profited off of deadline day today. We haven't even played a game. And it don't cost me nothing to upload. So we're profiting today, baby. We're drinking rum and Red Bull to that one. Happy days. Anyway, let's move on. I like Claude. Well, Claude will be on here later. So keep your eyes peeled for Claude. Later on this evening, Claude's coming on. My boy Sam is coming on. I'm going to try and get Chig on. I think Chig's coming on. I think Kenny might come on. I need to speak to Kenny. Are you doing a stream at 5? No, Omar, I am not doing a stream at 5. Not today, my friend. Not today. I don't know what's going on my green screen, but it's decided to be a bit stupid. What's it doing? Come on, stop being stupid. See, look, what's this all about? Look. Anyway, let's move on. You must miss the old times when Arsenal fans were like a family. Well, unfortunately, mate, times move on. I remember when I was at school, I've got an iPhone X now, yeah? iPhone X. I get what you're saying, Jacob, yeah? I'm not having a dig at you. I'm just trying to say, yeah, like there's another side to it. Unfortunately, when people sit there and go, oh, well, it ain't like the old days. Well, have you still got the original kitchen in your house from when it was built? Of course you ain't, because you modernise, you improve, you move on. You know, it's like cars. Are you still driving around in a car from the 1980s? Of course you're not. Come on, man. Yeah, iPhone. That weren't even a thing when I was at school. I remember getting the very first original phone in a box from Vodafone. Yeah, I was gassed when I got that. Yeah, I remember my mum and dad took me up to the Vodafone store in Milton Keynes, and I was like, I want that one. Pay as you go, Vodafone. It was called phone in a box. Yeah, and it was a massive big brick phone. I think it was a Nokia. Yeah, credit. I'm jig. I've now got a phone. Now we fast forward 25 years and we've now got iPhones. I'm now streaming on YouTube, which weren't a thing 20 years ago, probably even 15 years ago. You're sitting on social media with these comments. You weren't allowed, you couldn't do that 20, 30 years ago because it weren't a thing. So everything moves on, whether you like it or not, everything moves on. You know, that's just life, man. You know, people that stand still get left behind. It's as simple as that. So yeah, there we go. You are definitely not a brainless sheep. You keep it real. That's why you're my favorite, and I appreciate your views. Love you, bro. Well, thank you, Hugh. That's the kind of content we're looking for. Thank you, mate. But listen, at the end of the day, it's very easy to jump on a bandwagon. It's very easy to to just go with the masses just to keep everyone sweet. I couldn't give a toss. I say what I think, yeah, and I form an opinion after seeing both sides of the story, you know, and a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people just go, oh, well, they don't like them, so I won't like them. I'll give you an example, right? I've got friends that don't like other friends of mine, yeah? Does that mean I shouldn't like them because they don't like them? You know, I'm sure all of you are in that position maybe at some point. You've got a friend that one of your friends doesn't speak to. Yeah, and they probably go, why are you speaking to him? Well, because it's none of your fucking business, mate. I'm a mate with you. I'm a mate with them. Yeah, if you don't like them, why should I stop liking them? Yeah, but a lot of people would stop liking them because their mate don't like it. It's fucking just ridiculous. We're not driving the Datsun anymore, says Clincy. I might get the Datsun up on the back. Should we get it up on the green screen? We'll get the Datsun up, baby. Wait, Datsuns are expensive. No lie, yeah? I was going to do this summer. I'm not going to do it this summer, but I might do it at some point. The Datsun Diaries. And I was going to buy a Datsun, fill it up with a boot full of Stella, and go as far as I can in 80 days. Yeah, just do as many countries in 80 days as I could. But Datsuns are expensive, boy. Jesus Christ. We're talking like 5-6 grand if you want one that's running and active. 6 grand for a Datsun. Like, who pays that? You know, but it would be a good video. It'd be a good little video series. But Pirate King, thanks for your donation, my friend. Why do you think we are quite mellow during the transfer window? I can't remember the last time we were like this. I can. Well, no one was available. 2016, my friend, the year Leicester won the league. We signed Petr Cech. That was it. No one was available. So maybe no one's available. I don't know, mate. I think that we've got massive issues with our wage bill. I think that's the biggest issue at this football club is the wage bill. I think that you know, there's too many players that are on too much money for not enough productivity. And the problem is they're all under contract for quite a while. So we ain't getting rid of them anytime soon. So that is hampering what we want to do going forward. Rum and Coke for Moses today. I'm on the rum and Red Bull for now. Rum and Red Bull. What time are your streams today? Well, I'm doing one now. And then I'll be back at 8:30. And then we'll go all the way through until 11:30. So half hour after the window shuts. In fact, let's check while we're on here. See if any deals have gone through. I don't think they have, to be honest with you. It's been a very quiet deadline day so far. Obviously, only Cedric Suarez is done to Arsenal. Sam McCullen, Coventry to Norwich, undisclosed fee. Richerio Zivkovic, I've butchered his name, from Changchun Yatai to Sheffield United on loan. And that is it in the Premier League so far. Aidan McGeady, do you remember him? Aidan McGeady, he has gone to Charlton on loan from Sunderland. Wow, what a demise for him. He was a half-decent player once upon a time. But yeah, sadly, that's it for now. But let's have a little look at Arteta's press conference. Ryan O'Sullivan says, Arteta asked live on Sky Sports News, is that your business done for the day? And he said, I think so, but you never know. With 9 hours to go, with a big grin on his face. Maybe you're reading a bit too much into that. Don't be disappointed if we don't sign anybody, mate. Don't be disappointed. But yeah, thank you to 720 people watching this live. If you are watching on Facebook, do share the post, do share the video around, share it around. We're well over 4,000 followers on Facebook. So thank you very much. Do appreciate that. And if you're watching on here, like and subscribe. Loads of content coming up this weekend as well. I'll be back at 8:30 tonight. Obviously, I'm going to do about another hour on here. About another hour, 40 minutes, something like that. I'm going to get Daniel on. If you don't know Daniel, he's the blind guy. Really nice guy. He goes all the way from Devon up to watch Arsenal home and away. So he goes on A.F.C. every now and again. I'm going to get him on in a short while. He's going to come on for about 15 minutes or so and see what his thoughts are. So yeah, that's going to be interesting. And then later at 8:30, going to get my boy Chig on, my partner in streams. There'd be no deadline day stream without Chig. Come on. So we're going to get him on. Claude's going to come on at some point. My boy Sam, he used to live around the corner, or I used to live around the corner from him in Milton Keynes. We used to do streams together on other channels. So yeah, that's going to be good later on this evening. And I'm going to speak to Kenny, see if Kenny will come on as well. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. But hopefully Arsenal can go and pull something out the bag. Afternoon to everybody in the chat. Where did that comment go? There was a comment. I've seen it. There it is. Spend some money. No more loans, says my mate Paul. Paul, get your checkbook out. Drive down to London Colney and bash him up. Can you do a green screen in the legendary Datsun? Shall I do it? Shall I do a Datsun one? Do you know what? Whoever, I know who it was that came up with that original. He sat in his Datsun. I owe that geezer a drink. Yeah, I owe him a drink. Let's read some more of these out. Then I'm going to search for the press conference, see if we can have a little look at the transcript. I'll screen share it so you can see it as I'm reading it. So that'd be kind of cool. People in this chat don't understand what Wenger has given us. Yeah, he's given us a player on £18 million a year who can't score a goal or or dribble. He's given us Mustafi and Xhaka. Mate, come on, seriously. Do you think before you write this stuff? Come on, mate. Listen, he was good once upon a time. Yeah, he killed his legacy off with being greedy. It's as simple as that. But we're not going to turn this into a Wenger hate campaign because he has given us some FA Cups. But I would have rather have stayed at Highbury if I'm being completely honest, mate. Read Emery's comments recently. What's Emery said, Chris? Give me an idea and I'll Google it. If it's interesting, we'll put it up on screen. Is the deadline midnight or before? It says like a blood clot set. It's 11 o'clock tonight, mate. 11 o'clock tonight. Football Live says thoughts on Milinkovic-Savic. Very, very good player. Yeah, very good. That is the kind of midfielder we need. None of your Granit Xhakas and all that rubbish. We go and get Milinkovic-Savic. But the problem is, come the summertime, every top team in the world is going to want him, isn't they? And why would he pick us when he could go Barcelona, Madrid, Bayern Munich, Juventus? Why is he going to do us? Yeah, Man City probably need a midfielder in the summer. They got Fernandinho getting on, David Silva getting on. They'll be in for a midfielder. So yeah, it's not going to be easy to go and sign some players when you can, or that type of player. We're shopping in a different league, mate. So Giroud has not signed for Spurs yet. There's still time. Lampard said he's not going anywhere, but we shall see. I remember when Wenger said he didn't know who Santi Cazorla was, and he signed him about 5 hours later. Emery basically blamed everyone apart from himself. Oh, listen, I kind of felt a little bit sorry for Emery. He wanted Zaha, he wanted Harry Maguire, and he wanted Thomas Partey, and we went, there you go, there's Pepe, and there's Ceballos. Come on. Seriously. Will you be streaming until 11? Says Thierry Mayrink. Afternoon to you, buddy. I ain't seen you for a while. Hope you're well. Thanks for your donation, mate. I appreciate that as always. I'll be streaming until about another 40, 50 minutes from now. And then I'll be back on at 8 o'clock, 8:30, all the way through till 11:30. So yeah, we're going to get a few people on in that time as well. So that's going to be decent. So yeah, I will be going until about half hour after the window. I'll have a little roundup of the window. Who's had the best window? Gooner Eagle Eye. Is that the real Gooner Eagle Eye? In fact, let's actually have a look. Is that the real one or is that a snide one? Because I know what some of these people are like. They just love to be snide sometimes. So let's see if it's the real one before I comment. Where is he? Oh, it is the real one. Sorry, chick. I hope you're good, man. I hope you're good. Where's his comment gone? Where is his comment? Where you gone? Chick, you've disappeared, mate. You have this is the only downside to using StreamYard. StreamYard, I really like it. There he is. StreamYard's a good streaming platform, but at the same time, I have a spanner. A lot of people call you a spanner, mate. I don't know about have a spanner. I'm playing, man. I'm playing. But yeah, Yeah, what time do you want to come on, Chig? I'm going to be streaming from about 8, half 8. So if you want to pop on for like half hour later on tonight, feel free, man. Anytime. I'll be on until half 11. So just message me when you want to come on and I'll send you the link, mate. Lee, where's that comment? We need to sign Fleck or another midfielder. Afternoon, Jamaican Gooner. Hope you're well. I think he'd be a really good signing. I can't lie. I think that guy would be absolutely mustard in midfield. He's hard working. Yeah, and I've said this before. He reminds me of Jordan Henderson with a work rate. He's not as good technically as Jordan Henderson, but he never gives up. Yeah, work rate 100. Let me stick Ash on timeout because he's spamming my comments. Stop spamming my comments. Next time you do it, you're gone. So that's your warning. You're on timeout for 5 minutes. Go and sit on the naughty step. 5 minutes because you're 5. That's what I used to say to my daughter. Then when she got to 6 minutes because you're 6. So yeah, naughty step for you. And don't do it again. Nab Decore says AC 1999. I'd love Decore, man. Decore or Indeedy would be the dream, my friend. That would be the one. Do drive the likes up on this video as well. I'd appreciate that. If you're watching on Facebook, do share the content around. That would be fantastic. And if you're not following my Facebook, what are you waiting for? The link's in the description. Over 4,100 people have followed that, which is mad because I've only been posting on it for about 3 weeks. So thank you very much to everyone who has followed it. And Instagram link is also in the description as well. So yeah, thank you for that. What do you think of Sheffield United getting Sander Berg? Ain't that a singer? Ain't that a 1980s singer? We should have gone for him. All jokes aside, not a bad player. Gavin Fontaine says, do you think we'll sign anyone else? Mate, I'm sitting here with bated breath, mate, yeah, hoping and praying, like, come on, baby, give it to me. Yeah, give it to me, baby. But I don't think I'm going to get it given to me. I think we're going to be left a little bit disappointed. Lone FC, that's all it's going to be. I'm a poet again. I didn't know it. But yeah, I do think we're only going to sign the 2 that we've signed, sadly, mate. And when I look at Tottenham and Man United, and I just sit there and I just think, like, you've signed a proper player. Yeah, Man United, a proper player. He is absolutely class, Bruno Fernandes. Then you look at Man United, they got Lo Celso. All right, cool. I ain't really interested in him, but that Bergwijn they've signed, he's a good player as well. So Cavani is staying at PSG. Is he really? Well, he's going on a free in the summer. Then I bet he's fuming right now. Hope Atletico Madrid sign Lacazette, says Mikey. I don't think they're going to come in for Lacazette. To be fair, they might do in the summer, but the thing is. Cavani, like, would you take Cavani at Arsenal? I don't want him. I don't think he's that great. He's got a good goal scoring record, but come on, seriously, my nan, God rest her soul, could have a good goal scoring record in the French league. You know, it's not exactly hard work, is it? So, especially when you play for the best team in the league. Jacob's still angry. Jacob, listen, mate, go and get yourself a rum and Red Bull, mate. Lighten yourself up. You're proper hating today, boy. Yeah, who's hurting you, baby? Who's hurting you? Slide in the DMs and tell me all about it. Tell Uncle Lee, man. I'll give you some inspiration. I'll buzz you up. PMA, baby. Yeah, there ain't nothing can break my shine today. I'm shining like a diamond, boy. Yeah, you ain't breaking my shine. Wishing on a star and all that one. Yeah, so you need to stop being so angry, man. Like, if you don't like what I'm saying, leave the stream, boy. It's as simple as that. You've commented about 20 times. Yeah, who's broke your heart, man? Tell me. Come on, slide in the DMs. Lee Gunner 82 on Insta. I'll boost your confidence, mate, because it's clearly really upsetting you, mate. Yeah, what I'm saying. So if you want to talk about it, babes, feel free. It's too funny. I swear. Way too funny. Uncle Lee. Exactly, man. Come on, these people got nothing better to do. I mean, imagine setting up a fake account. At least style it out a bit better if you want to hate in the chat, rather than putting my name in the actual name of the thing. You're going to get one comment and you're blocked. It's as simple as that. I did the same naughty step thing with my nephew and he's 87. All right, mate, I tried doing it with the missus. She told me to jog on. Do you know what I mean? I was like, you've been naughty. Go and sit on the naughty step. But yeah, that ain't really happened. But thank you for that, mate. Get Sangria from Toulouse. Maybe, mate. Maybe. Get Chig in here. Chig's at work, mate. If Chig could come on, he could come on, but he's at work. The Premier League no longer has managerial rivalries or player rivalries. That's very true, Taib. Has Jacob slid in my Insta yet? Let's have a look. League Under 82. It's in the description. Nah, no, Jacob. Come on, Jakes. Come on, baby. Come to Uncle Lee. I'll sort your issues out for you, boy. I'll make you see a better outlook at life. It's easy, man. Come on. You've got to stay PMA all the time. None of this hating. Chig is live now. Why is he live? Chig's at work. Chig's on that work vibe. You and AFTV don't represent us. You think you do. I represent this channel and me as an Arsenal fan, mate. You're still angry, babes. Just slide in. Come on, slide in, baby. Go down that water chute, baby. And why don't you go and front Robbie on the next away game, mate? Oh no, because you won't be there, will you? Yeah, because you're just hype online like everyone else. I don't know why you're still here, mate. I genuinely don't. So, mate, since when have I ever said I represent anyone? I sit and I give my fan opinion as an Arsenal fan. Clearly, Jacob's having a shit Friday. Probably best you get off social media, mate, 'cause it's probably not going to do you any favours tonight. But you've got the last warning, then I'm going to stick you on timeout. Haley, you're profiting off a signing. I know. How damning is that? How dare I profit off a signing today? I also profited off of one 2 days ago. How dare Arsenal keep signing players? Oh, Jesus Christ. Stop that silly noise. Why? I love how people think they can tell me what I can do. Like, come on, man. Are we going to sign any more players? Says A.F.C. Shats. Right. I probably butchered your name, mate. I'm really sorry. I don't think we will. Mate, unfortunately. We need David Dean back like the good days, says Adam 1982. Good year. That was the year I was born. I agree that we do need somebody like David Dean, but David Dean's son killed this club as well, mate. Yeah, by selling all of the best players. He was the agent to Fabregas, Vieira, Henry, all them players. So, yeah, on one side, the Dean family were fantastic. On the other side, they messed us up a lot, mate. Rickon's spot on, mate. I think he is. I think he's having issues today, mate. Lee, you're profiting off of Cedric. Mate, I profit every day. I don't get that. It's such a shit thing to say. You profit off a loss. Well, if that was my business model, I wouldn't support Arsenal, would I? I'd go and support Bolton because they lose every week. There we go. Football Live's hit the nail on there. Give Lee a break. He's doing what he loves to do. Exactly. But this is the thing, mate. You can see the smile on my face. I am buzzing, mate. Yeah. I love what I'm doing. I love where I'm living. I'm loving life. I've got a sick missus. I've got a sick apartment. I've got a sick lifestyle. I've got the weather. It's 21 degrees outside. But I want to sit in here and do YouTube today. I can go and sit in the sun by the pool tomorrow. And the next day. And the next day. So yeah, man. But there we go. Listen, Jacob's winding me up. Well, he's not winding me up. He's actually winding himself up, in fact. So what I'm going to do is, for the safety of Jacob, because he's obviously having a bit of a bad day and I don't want to tip him over the edge by my positivity, I'm going to stick him on the naughty step. So, yeah, there you go, Jacob. You're on timeout. Go to the naughty step, Jacob. And if you come back with more crap, you're gone. Anyway, let's move on. Do you go and watch Spanish football, says El Guigo Mafia. Do you know what? I haven't actually caught a game since I've lived here. And I've lived here 3 months tomorrow, believe it or not. That's gone rapid. 1st of November I moved here. It's now the 1st of February tomorrow. So 3 months I've lived here. I haven't actually caught a game yet. But I am going to Sevilla for my birthday. Unfortunately, the season's done. But I'm going to go and watch Spain against Portugal in a boozer in Spain for my birthday with my missus and that. So that's going to be sick. Malaga is about half an hour away. So I might actually go and watch a Malaga game. And Madrid's about 5 hours away. I'd have to get a plane for that unless I hire a car. So, so yeah, I am going to catch a few games. Ideally, later down the road, I want to start doing some vlogs, like weekly vlogs, like so what I get up to and stuff like that, and stick them on the channel. So yeah, if I was, I don't know, say flying back to England to see the missus or whatever, then I could vlog the journey, vlog what we're doing, stuff like that. I think that'd be kind of cool because there is so many nosy people in this chat every day that want to know what I get up to, even when I'm asleep. So I think that'd be a good success to do a vlog. So if I was to go to a game, Malaga, Madrid, Sevilla, whoever, Osasuna, Getafe, whoever, then yeah, I'll do that as well. But there we go. We'll see what happens. Thank you, Dean, for your donation. Afternoon to you, buddy. Should we put everything into the Europa and the FA Cup? Yes, but at the same time, we do need to stay in the Premier League. So let's not get too carried away. Thank you, African Soldier, for your generous donation from the US, mate. Appreciate that as well. Hope you're good. Lee, got to go now. My daughter has been rushed to hospital. Oh, wow, Dave, I hope she's all right, man. I hope she's all right. Get yourself off, man. Keep me updated. Let me know later, mate. Lee, thoughts on Alphonso Davies from Bayern Munich? Would you have him at Arsenal? Very quick, very technically gifted, not quite ready for Premier League, in my opinion. That's not to say in a couple of years he won't be. Get the bus to Madrid, bruv. That's a mission. Yeah, I swear. That is a mission. I'm like that close to Marbella. Yeah, Madrid is like whoosh, right up the north of the country. Well, near the centre, but it's very north from where I am. Catalonia is the place. Listen, I have never been to Barcelona in my life. I'd love to go to Barcelona. Lee lives in Valencia. I don't, mate. I live in Calahonda, which is near Marbella. It's between Fuengirola and Marbella. That's where I live. Southern Spain, which is why it's so hot all the time. You know, the lowest it's got down to since I've been here is about 15 degrees in the daytime. Yeah, and that was in December, end of December, just before Christmas. So why do you always ignore my questions? Because you're constantly spamming my chat. When you stop spamming my chat, I'll read your questions. It's pretty simple, Ash. Do you only read comments off of people who send money? Well, clearly not. Otherwise, I'd read 2 a day. Come on, mate. Seriously. Are we going to get Cazorla to play a tribute game? That's a good question. I see his comments the other day saying that he'd love to play one more game for Arsenal, which would be kind of mad. But at the same time, I think it's just a pipe dream, mate. Is William Saliba back? Yes, he is back. Superior. Watching on Facebook. Thank you for that. Do share that post, mate. I'd love you to do that. Everyone on Facebook, share it. It gets more people watching it. But he came back and they kept a clean sheet. So I see somebody post something up on Twitter the other day, going on like he's like the Messi of centre backs. Like, really? Yeah. All I see from the clips that were put up was he don't hit his back passes back to the keeper hard enough. So if he wants to try and do that in the Premier League, he's going to look like the Mustafi of centre backs rather than the Messi of centre backs. So let's hope we ain't put too much pressure on this William Saliba lad, because the clips that I've seen of him, he ain't looked all that. He ain't looked all that, and he ain't looked like people are saying. Abdi says Bale to Tottenham. Definitely ain't happening. Not happening. His agent's already come out and said he's staying. Who is world class at Arsenal other than Aubameyang? Nobody. Short answer. This guy again. Do you know what? I ain't even going to read your comment out. I'm just going to block you. You are a fucking bellend, my friend. Yeah, you come on my chat every day on a different account. I have blocked you 60 times, my friend. Go get a fucking missus. Yeah, in fact, maybe you're not into women. Maybe you're into guys, and there's a lot of guys out there that are into guys, so I ain't knocking that. So whatever floats your boat, mate, but you ain't definitely coming back on this chat. Where is he? Let me block him. There he is. Mate, every day. You have nothing better to do. In fact, you know what? I probably shouldn't block you because you're my biggest fan. But you're gone. You had your warning. Unlucky. You're gone. You're gone, baby. You're gone. Blocky Balboa is in full effect today. Yeah, I'm in all day long, my friend. Did you see the same video? Yeah, just the video. Every single pass Saliba done back to the goalkeeper. I thought, mate, you've underhit that. Yeah, and if you're doing that in the Premier League with better players, yeah, boy, we're going to be in big trouble. Bless up, you just read my comment, real one. Bruv, listen, I read comments. Yeah, if I like the comment, I'll read through some of them. Some people chat shit, some people don't. So yeah, man, if I like the comment, then I'll read it, man. Hello from Portugal. See, I like this one. Hello from Portugal. Keep up the good work. Not many people watch me in Portugal, mate. Yeah, I checked. It's funny. How ironic is this? I was sat on the phone to my missus last night, and I was going through some of the countries that watch. Yeah, Hong Kong is so far down on my watch list. Yeah, and Portugal is also so far down. So Stephen says, hello from Portugal. Keep up the good work. By the way, you boys should have got Lamar for the price. I agree. 33 million quid for Thomas Lamar, mate. That's a no-brainer. Worst ways he flops and you flog him for about the same anyway. But if you could share that, my friend, on your Portuguese social media sites, big up my Portuguese ones. I know that the Spanish don't really have it with the Portuguese, but I'm English, so I can have it. So it's all good. Lots of love from Israel. See, this is the kind of content we're liking right now. Lots of love to you, my friend. Watching in Colombia. This is why I love YouTube. Thank you, Nicholas. How funny is this? My friend, because apparently I've got no friends that live in Spain and I've moved here without a missus and without any friends. My friend who lives about a mile away is actually in Colombia right now. How funny is that? Yeah, he's gone from Spain to Colombia for a couple of weeks and then he's coming back. So yeah, big up my boy Keith. He's out in Colombia right now, Nicholas. But yeah, what a beautiful part of the world. Some of the stuff I've seen that he's put on his socials and that. Jesus Christ, I'm going to Colombia. Watching in New York City. I'll be there in December, baby. I'm coming. I'm coming. Watching from the North Pole, you joker. Right, let's get rid of this clown. That's another one. Another one. DJ Khaled. Let me get rid of this fucking idiot. Why do people do this? Like, have you got nothing better to do than sit and chat shit in my comments? Where is he? He's already been on timeout once. Let's find him and kick him out. There he is. Unlucky, Ash. Bye, mate. Not today, Felicia. You're gone. You're fired. You're a lightweight. You're fired. Watching in Malaysia, watching from Thailand. Big up the real ones in Asia. Do share the content. I'm trying to get the Asian content out there. Well, not the Asian content, but the Asian community out. Come on, big it up for me. Share that on your platforms because that is a massive part of the world that's sadly underwatched on this channel. Not many people from them countries watch on this channel. So yeah. How old are you? I'm 37, mate. I'm 38 in June. Canada. That's the one, Abdi. A friend of my parents lives in Ontario. I've never been. Vic C is from Toronto. There you go. Another Canadian. Lots of love from Asia. This is why I love YouTube, man. Watching from Cornwall. That's a beautiful part of England. I can't lie, Joe. Lee, you bite. That's why they continue to troll. Yeah, but I only bite on the odd one every now and again. I just ignore most of them. I'd normally just block them, mate, if I'm honest. Watching in England. Afternoon to you, G. Hope you're good. What do you think of playing Maitland-Niles as a DM with Torreira? Pace in midfield? Well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I think Maitland-Niles, he hasn't really got the passing range to play in midfield. I don't think he's that great in midfield, but I didn't think he'd be that great at right back, if I'm being completely honest. And he surprised me. So yeah, I'd give him a go. I'd see what he's doing in there. Watching in Lagos. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Watching from boring Milton Keynes. Big up the hometown. That's where I'm from, mate. That's where I'm from. And look at the Ukraine. I've actually stopped at Kiev airport before. When I went to watch who was it? Bate Borisov. Me and DT ended up doing a round the Balkans tour, mate, because he cocked up the flights. He'll never admit to that, but he did. And we ended up going to Kiev and then to Heathrow, I think, or Gatwick. Yeah, Gatwick. So we went from Minsk to Kiev, Kiev to Gatwick. And that was the flight I originally wanted to book, by the way, just saying. But yeah, Watching from Glasgow. Glasgow. Ebenezer's in Dubai. Be careful, man. That coronavirus is out there now. Miami, Jesus Christ. I love YouTube, man. You people are watching all over the world. Miami, what a place, mate. I'd love to go Miami as well. There's not many places in America I've wanted to go to. Miami is definitely one of them. Miami, New York, I'm going in December. Just before Christmas, I'll be in New York. Me and the missus. That's going to be nice. But yeah, New York and Miami, definitely. Texas is a place I want to go. New Orleans. So yeah, I'm going to start doing some of these places in the next couple of years. Watching from Coventry. Big up the Cov. Fiji. Ryan, set up a GoFundMe, my friend. Set up a GoFundMe page. Get me to Fiji, boy. That is the one. That is the one. Thank you, Nicholas. I don't know what currency that is, my friend, but thank you very much. He says, keep up the good work. Thanks for being a true gunner. Really appreciate that, mate. I do appreciate that. Listen, anyone who donates to this channel, contrary to popular belief, I have never asked for one. I actually looked at the total donations on this channel yesterday. Since this channel started, I'm not going to divulge that information, obviously, but put it this way. The Mac, the light, and the website have cost about $2 more than the donation. So it does get put back in, and the website will be out there very soon. I'm a little bit gutted it ain't done already, if I'm honest, but the guy is very busy and he's got other clients that are worth more money. So I've just got to slum it for a little bit longer, and then the website will be out there. But thank you, mate. Always appreciate it. And I'm going to go for a quick break in a minute. When I come back, let me have a little look and see if Arteta's Arteta press conference. Let's see if the transcript is up for that. Let's have a look. Yes, it is. It is. So what I'll do is I'll go and have a quick cigarette in the toilet. And when I come back, we'll go through Arteta's press conference. I'll split screen it and we'll get the transcript up. And yeah, we'll go through some of that and see what he's saying and look ahead towards the Burnley game. After I come off of that, have you seen Arteta's press conference? What are your thoughts? Thank you, Anthony. I've only just seen that, but yeah, I'll go through that in a minute. And then after that, I am going to get the blind Gooner on, who goes on A.F.C. His name's Daniel. I'm going to send him the link and he's going to pop on for a short while as well. So that'd be good. That'd be nice to have him on, hear his thoughts as well. So yeah, give me a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere. Go and make a cup of tea. Go and make a rum and Red Bull. I don't know. Do what you're doing. I'll be back in the next 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. I'm going to go for a leak. I'm going to go for a cigarette, and then I'll be back. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you, if you're on Facebook, you're sharing the content around. If you're not on Facebook, following me. Link in the description. That comment's too funny. I ain't reading it out though. And yeah, if you're watching on YouTube, then obviously do subscribe and share and like. I will be back in a couple of minutes time, so keep your eyes peeled for that, and we'll go through the press conference. And we are back, and it's live. And it's live, as Martin Tyler would say. Big up Martin Tyler. We're going to go through the press conference reaction. We are going to go and scroll down all the way through this transcript. You know, what Mikel Arteta said about our signings, about Burnley. There he is. Arteta has arrived. Let's have a quick look further down. Injury news. Let's go to that. Let's have a little look on the injury news. This is on football.london, obviously. Have a quick look on that first, see what the crack is with Kolasinac and that. All right. Arsenal have confirmed that Kolasinac and Shkodran Mustafi will both be a league game on Sunday. Both players are still considered injury doubts for the game, with Kolasinac having a thigh strain and Mustafi sustaining a sprained ankle in a 2-1 win at Bournemouth on Monday night. Neither player has been ruled out of the trip to Turf Moor. Arsenal confirming that Kolasinac has progressed well this week and both defenders will be assessed ahead of the game. David Luiz and Aubameyang are both back after serving their suspensions. However, the Gunners will be without Tierney, Chambers, Reece Nelson against the Clarets. So yeah, we know that much. That's cool. Go back to the press conference and we'll go through this. There we go. Arteta is here. Arteta on signings. We have been trying to be active in the market. We found 2 players who can be useful and we are happy. I'm kind of happy as well. Listen, we signed 2 defensive recruits, so that's the main thing. Arteta on Aubameyang and Luiz, they are top players. It's good to have them back. Here we go. Spoke about Cedric Suarez. He has big experience, knows what it means. I followed him a few seasons ago and I like what he can bring. We'll have more results today, but I don't think he'll be available for Sunday. Well, there we go. He's basically ruled him out of the game on Sunday. Arteta on Pablo Mari. He balances what I want to do from the back, and he is a player we have followed for a few months. And this is the thing. Where does this leave David Luiz or Socrates? Because neither of them are left-sided players. So Arteta on transfers. I'd like to say no, but you never know. Well, please say yes then, Mikel. That would be nice. It's asked about Burnley. We have to go there with complete focus and energy. It's the most. It's one of the most English grounds. Yes, it is. It's an absolute dump. No disrespect to Burnley and all that. Arteta spoke about the winter break. I want to take them away from here and live together more and train some concepts we haven't already been able to train on. I think they're actually going to Dubai. Although that might be in jeopardy because the coronavirus has now hit Dubai, so they might actually go somewhere else. Arteta on Arsenal's path. We're in the right path. The 2 weeks after Dubai, there you go, he's going to Dubai, will help accelerate that, and I'm happy where I am. Let's have a look at the full transcript rather than just some of the transcript. Let's scroll all the way down. I didn't see that one before, so apologies. Let's go. I think that is all of it. Okay. What hopes have you got for how you are going to play? A lot of things we have been doing in recent weeks. I'm starting to see some of the signs of it. The process, how long it's going to take and where we want to go. It will dictate, as well as results, which will bring more confidence and energy, but we are in the right path. I think the next 2 weeks after Dubai will help us accelerate that process. Hopefully we don't lose any more players because injury-wise it's been a bit tricky, but I'm happy where we are. I don't like this website, you know. What are you expecting from Burnley? It's one of the most English grounds, so obviously you just said that. What they do really well. They are specialists to do that. The type of game that they want to play makes it really difficult for the opponent. So we need to be ready for the battle, be clever and take the game wherever we want to go and compete with focus and energy, a very clear path. How can the winter break help? Scroll down. There are two aspects. Since November, I don't think they've had 2 weeks off, so they need that to reset their minds a little bit. I wanted to take them away for a little bit from here. Just want us to live together for a little bit more and start training on concepts that we haven't done already. Blah, blah, blah. Just went through that. Let's go back up. How important is Pablo Mari being left-footed? That's a good question. For me, it's very important. He balances what I want to do from the back line. He gives us more options, more solutions, and opens up the pitch more. He is a player we have been following for a couple of months, and we're happy to have. Are you expecting to do any more business? We've been there. Never say never. What's the situation on when he may be available? They are assessing him. He's talking about Cedric. We'll go with that bit first then. Hang on. Yeah, we'll go with that first. What does Cedric bring? He is a player with big experience, played in different countries, blah, blah, blah. We've been through that. He's willing to go to another top club and his desire and commitment. I followed him a few seasons ago. I really like what he can bring to the team in the right conditions for us to improve the squad. We are assessing him yesterday. We will have more results today, but he won't be available to play on Sunday. How happy are you with your signings? Yeah, we've been trying to be active in the market to resolve some issues we've been going through in the last few weeks. We found 2 players we believe can be very useful to improve our squad with the resources we have. Well, we're not Barnet, mate. So I think we've got bigger resources than Lone FC, but there we go. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and David Luiz are back. We've missed them. It's good to have top players back in the squad. They've trained well, so we have more bodies available. And that is the end of the press conference. So there we go. I swear. I swear. DJ Fury's on a blocky Balboa mission right now. Just keep blocking him. Every time he comes back in, block him. Yeah, he's always got nothing better to do, mate. But yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's pretty much the press conference. Listen, we have got Burnley at the weekend, and it ain't going to be an easy game. It's really not going to be an easy game. They're doing all right this season as well, and Sean Dyche has got them fired up for it. So we're going to have to go. Listen, it's a ground we normally do all right at. It's a ground that we go to and normally score in stoppage time and win the game. I remember, I think it was Koscielny, one off of Oxlade-Chamberlain into Koscielny. There was another one where Alexis Sanchez scored the winner in stoppage time. So they've been unlucky a few times against us at their own ground. But do I think we'll win? Yeah, I do. I do think we'll win. My preview for that game will be out tomorrow evening at 9 o'clock. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I am going to do at 5 o'clock tomorrow, a combined 1 to 11, should I say, because I do think a couple of their players are getting our team. And I'm going to do that tomorrow. Afsar Ali, afternoon to you, says they will beat us up physically. That's the thing. We have to be up for it. Yeah, because if we're not up for it physically, we're in big, big trouble. Big trouble. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm looking forward to the game, if I'm being honest. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be nice to see whether Pablo Mari can make it into the team. I don't think he will. I think it'll be a little bit too much for him now. Cedric Suarez is obviously out. He's injured. He's injured at the moment. So yeah, he's not going to make it, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, I think we've got enough without them to win the game anyway. So yeah, I can't wait. I genuinely can't wait, and it should be a good game. Not the end of the world. Where's that comment gone? Not the end of the world if Aubameyang and Lacazette go, says Joe. Well, listen, one of them is going to go, I think, in the summer. Who that is, I don't know. But one of them will go, I think. Sane or Werner to replace Aubameyang. I'll take Werner in a heartbeat. 2-1 or 3-1 on Sunday to us. Nice one, DJ Fury. Yeah, every time that geezer comes back, DJ, just block him. Yeah, he's got about 1 million email accounts because he's a virgin. Let's do some more of these comments. Then I'm going to get Daniel, the blind Gooner, on here. Giroud to stay in the EPL. Well, he might still end up at Tottenham yet. There is a possibility that he could go to Tottenham. So we'll see what happens with that one. Still over 500 people watching this live. So thank you very much. I do appreciate that. And always appreciated. Do drive the likes up. Payet or Depay? Payet. I don't rate Depay, man. I don't rate him. Yeah, he flops in this league. So, but again, this is what I was saying about Thomas Lemar. A lot of people are saying like, oh yeah, well, you know, certain players like this and that. At the end of the day, you know, Thomas Lemar's not done it at Atletico Madrid. That's not to say he won't do it in this league. He might come to this league and might smash it. So who knows? Aubameyang's pace is a myth. Yeah, he's been caught up by Johnny Evans this season, Feng Sports. So yeah, it is a bit of a myth. Emre Can, Matt Yenko, James Rodriguez and Lamar incoming. Well, Emre Can's having a medical at Borussia Dortmund for a £25.5 million move as we speak. So, so yeah, that's not going to happen. I didn't want Emre Can anyway. Let's see if there is any movement in the transfer market. I don't think there is at the moment, if I'm honest. I think it's all a little bit quiet. It might kick off a little bit later on, but we shall see. Nothing's really happened at the moment. Man United were in for Josh King. That's not going to happen, I don't think. Lampard's ruled out the Giroud departure. Other than that, there's not been a great deal that's happened, if I'm honest. There's not been a great deal. Gareth Bale's staying at Real Madrid. Not really any Premier League moves or anything at the moment. Danny Rose has obviously gone to Newcastle, but that happened yesterday. Right, Sky Sports are claiming Josh King is looking a likely possibility to Man United. The lines of communication are open, but I don't think that'll happen. Jared Bowen is linked to West Ham and Palace. Nothing on that at the moment. Apparently talks with West Ham are broken down. Let's do some more. I think that's about it, really. Yeah, I think that's about it. Cavani's staying at PSG. Richarlison staying at Everton. Barcelona bid 85 million. They're off their head, mate. Seriously. He's good, but he ain't 85 million good. Jesus Christ. So, yeah, it's all in all been a pretty quiet deadline day. So, I'm going to... Barcelona agree a deal with Braga for Francisco Trincao for 26 million. Portuguese under-21 international. We've obviously signed Cedric Suarez. Arteta's not ruled out any more signings. He said you never know. Other than that, nothing's really happening at the minute. So, so yeah, I'm gonna send this link to the Blind Gooner and see if he's going to join us for 15 minutes. Then we'll wrap this up, and I will be back about 8:30 tonight. 8:30, I will be back, and yeah. Hopefully, all the deals will kick off tonight. I've got a few guests coming on tonight, and that should be good. I'm looking forward to that, if I'm being honest. I'm really looking forward to that. I've got Chig coming on. Chig's obviously my partner in streams, and he's always joining me, so that would be nice. That would be good for him to come on, and yeah. I'm going to get clawed on, hopefully. My boy Sam, I used to live around the corner from him in Milton Keynes. He's going to come on for a bit in the evening. Hopefully Kenny's going to come on. And it should be a good evening. Even if we don't sign any more players, at least we'll all have a laugh. That'll be the main thing. So, yeah, hopefully we do another deal. But I don't think we will. But there we go. Xhaka swap deal for Ndidi, says Georgie. Well, I'd take that in a heartbeat, mate. But it's never going to happen, is it? It is never going to happen. Bagman, he says, big up Kenny Ken. I need to text Kenny. I'm going to see if Kenny's going to come on tonight. I'm streaming from about 8, half 8, all the way through to 11:30. Don't forget, I'm an hour in front of you as well. I'm in Spain. It's 21 degrees outside. So when I wrap this up in a bit, I'm going to go and have a little walk around in the sunshine. I'm going to walk to the shop and... yeah, I'm going to enjoy some of the sunshine. Granny Voice Lee, stop triggering people. Oh dear, oh dear. But no, although we haven't really done a massive amount, signing the guy that you can see behind me is an improvement because we have only got one right back at the club at the moment. So, so yeah, we'll see if Arteta can pull something else out the bag. I don't think he's going to. I genuinely don't. I don't think it's going to happen. Ryan Prasad, mate, the guy's got nothing better to do, man. He's got nothing better to do. Yeah, at least make accounts in different names. You know what I'm saying? Carrasco went back on loan to Atletico. Possible last-minute chance for Lamar, even though their president says he's staying. Says Neftali Hernandez. Well, that would be nice. And listen, Carrasco has signed on loan for them from Dilian Yifan, I think the team is that he was at. Stupid move in the first place. Why did he even go there? I think no disrespect to their league, but I think he was a little bit too good to play in that league. But he has gone back on loan to Atletico Madrid. So yeah, you never know. Thomas Lamar could be heading for the exit. I'd be happy if we signed Thomas Lamar. Are you going to the shop to get some more rum and coke? I'm going to go and get a bottle of rum. Obviously, we've got a game coming this weekend, and I've already got Coca-Cola in the fridge. I am joined now by the blind Gooner, who does have his own YouTube channel. Afternoon to you, Daniel. I hope you're good.
Hey,
can you hear me, mate?
I'm good, mate. Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and proud, mate. I hope you're good.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
No, you're welcome, buddy. I hope you're well. Listen, I wanted to ask you a couple of questions we're going to go through. I've got them all structured out anyway. Firstly, what do you think to our two signings? We'll go with that one first. Now come to the next question.
I'm happy with Pablo Mari. I think he's a centre back that we needed. Listen, he's not the world class centre back that everybody wants, but listen, he'll do a job till the end of the season, and if it works out, why not keep him for longer? You know, why not buy him at the end of it? I think we've been needing a centre back for a long time. I'm a little bit unsure on the Cedric Suarez deal. I don't understand why we're buying a player who's already injured. Considering we have a lot of injuries, you know, I don't get that thought process. You know, we got injury crisis in defence, so let's go and buy another injured player. That makes a whole lot of sense. But listen, if he plays well, if he comes back from injury and plays well, who knows? He could be a good backup to Bellerin. He wouldn't have been.
See, that's the thing. Like, I agree with what you're saying. Like, he's injured. I'm happy with the signing, but he is injured. So by the time he's back, he's going to have 4 months. So I don't know, if I'm being completely honest, why we've done that when there would have been others that weren't. But then at the same time, I've heard that there's a 4-year deal on the table at the end of that if Arsenal want to trigger that. So it might be a little pre-season for that guy and a little audition for him to go, right, look, this is what I can do. Yeah, now sign me. So yeah, but moving on, obviously we've got a game coming up against Burnley at the weekend. Do you think we'll beat them? And how do you see the game going? Obviously, we've got David Luiz back and we've got Aubameyang back. They're both off of their bans now. So do you think we'll beat them? If so, how do you think the game's going?
Yeah, I think we'll beat them. I think we've got a bit of momentum now. You know, after the Chelsea game and after the Bournemouth game, I think we will beat them. Listen, there's a good feel around the club at the moment. You know, a lot of people, you know, considering we had a shit start to the season, there's a good feel now that Arteta's come in. There's a good vibe, and you know, we're getting every week. There's improvements in our performances. They're not major improvements, but every week they're just little improvements that are slowly starting to click together. As for the game against Burnley, it's going to be a tricky one because Burnley always seem to rough us up a bit, don't they? Whenever we play them, they always seem to rough us up. It's one of those, you know, we've gone to Burnley and we've won there quite comfortably, and then there have been other times where we've gone to Burnley and we've just absolutely struggled. So it just depends on whether we turn up on the day. And, you know, in Burnley, it's probably going to be wet and miserable. And, you know, are the players going to be up for it? You know, hopefully Arteta gets them all fired up for it. But yeah, I'm confident with Burnley. I think I think we'll get a good result there and then kick on. We got a break after, haven't we?
Yeah, winter break. They're off to Dubai for a week or two, I think. So,
well, that's going to be interesting because the last time we went to Dubai, it kind of our season fell apart when we come back, didn't we? So hopefully it's the reverse effect. Yeah, hopefully it's a reverse effect.
I'm glad you spoke about Arteta. What are your thoughts on him? Because, like, obviously we've gone from having Arsene Wenger, we got rid of Wenger, or he left, whatever happened there. We then got in Unai Emery, and he went on a 22 unbeaten run, and our fans were singing, "We've got our Arsenal back." Well, we didn't quite get our Arsenal back, and then we sacked him. Freddie then came in, steadied it for a little bit. Now we've got Arteta. I know that you said like there's little improvements and stuff like that. Firstly, what are your thoughts on Arteta being the manager? Was he your pick? And secondly, how far do you think we can go? Not this season, but in the future, long term, with Arteta.
Arteta wasn't my first pick. When I heard about the links initially, I was like, Arteta, nah, not for me. But then I sort of stopped and thought about it a little bit, and I was like, maybe it might be a good choice. He's worked under Pep, and I know being a number 2 under, a good manager doesn't always necessarily make you a good number 1. But I just thought, listen, Pep Guardiola's not going to have shit staff around him, is he? He's not going to have. He's only going to surround himself with, with quality or something that he sees in his staff that can bring something to the table. And when Arteta come in and done his first press conference, literally that just got rid of all my doubts, to be honest. Because he spoke so well in the press conference, and so far he is backing it up on the pitch. It's not all down to him. I see when some players try and go back to their old ways on the pitch, he's proper having a go at them. He's like fix up, or you're coming off. And I like that. I like the fact that nobody's comfortable at Arsenal anymore, and that's how it should be.
Okay, this season, obviously, we're 10th in the table at the minute. If results go against us at the weekend, I think we can go down to about 14th. For me, I've written off this season league-wise. That's not to say that we can still get in the top 6 and get Europa, which I think we should still try and do. But would you prioritise Europa League for the league season this season?
I think we have to. Listen, I'm still a bit of an optimist. It's never over until it's mathematically impossible. But the probability is, we're not going to get top 4. But listen, the only reason I'm still a little bit positive about getting top 4 is that everyone above us is faltering as well. And it's whether we can capitalise on that. I know Chelsea are in 4th place at the moment, but 1 minute they're shit, and then the next minute they're ripping teams apart, and it's everybody above us is still quite inconsistent. But I think we should prioritise the Europa League. That is our best chance of getting Champions League football, and I actually really do think we have to get into the Champions League, simply because it's going to alter the whole direction of the football club. Yeah, we can go and win the FA Cup, and we'll have a nice day out at Wembley, and everyone will celebrate for about 24 hours. But then after that, we're still back in the same position of, okay, we need to go and get top 4 next season, and then we're still going to be in the same position in the sense that we're not going to get in the players we want. So, whereas if we win the Europa League, it's going to alter the whole direction of the club. Yeah, we'll have won a European. We'll have won a European trophy. Sorry about that.
That's all right, mate.
It's fucking. What was I saying? Yeah, it's going to alter the whole direction of the football club. We'll have won a European trophy, which we've not done for a long time. And then we can kick on there. We can go and get the players we want. We can go and proper invest. And I don't just mean invest in these low quality players. We can go and proper invest in some real quality and kick on as a football club. I just feel that that's the part that needs to fit into place at the moment. Getting the Champions League football, and then if we get Champions League football as well, Aubameyang might turn around and go, you know what, we're in the Champions League. Why would I want to leave? Because he's knocking on in age, and Barcelona could take him, but then realistically, they're probably only going to get a good few, maybe 2 or 3 seasons out of him, maybe less than that, But yeah, I just think we have to prioritize the Europa League. We've got to. We've got no other option to. I'd even, like I said, I'd even ditch the FA Cup. I don't. I would throw everything into that Europa League.
Okay, it's almost like you've seen the little notes that I've written down, because you mentioned Aubameyang, which led me on to perfectly seamless link.
Mate, I was watching your stream, so literally, I was just come off your stream.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. I mean, every time somebody mentions selling Aubameyang, selling Lacazette, everyone else gets their knickers in a twist, right? What I wanted to ask you is, obviously, Aubameyang's into the last 18 months of his contract. He looks no closer to signing a new contract, despite putting in the programme notes that he's going to stay and it's all rubbish. Lacazette this summer will then go into the final 2 years. Out of the two of them, who do you think we should sell? And who do you think will be sold? Like who would? Okay, let me ask it a better way. Who would you sell out of the two of them? Who do you think will be sold, and who should be sold out of the two of them?
Well, I think personally we should sell Lacazette. Because something's not right with Lacazette, and something's not been right all season. Now I know he's out of form, but I if I'm being honest, I think it's more than that. I think it runs a lot deeper than just being out of form. Do I think Lacazette will be sold? I said on my channel, I said I can see Lacazette not being here in the summer. I can see Arsenal trying to keep hold of Aubameyang and maybe shifting out Lacazette. Because listen, I've said it for a long while as well. I would put Martinelli and Aubameyang up top together. Put Martinelli out on that wing and have Aubameyang go through the middle with Pepe on the other side. I think that front three will cause defences a lot of problems. I just think Lacazette needs to come out the team a little bit. Having said all that, the Arsenal way is that we'll probably end up going selling Aubameyang, because that's what we do. We sell our best players. And plus, we'll probably only get about 30 million for him, because that is also the Arsenal way. So, mate, do you know what it is? It's frustrating, because we're yet again in a situation, and it doesn't matter what clowns you get at the top of this football club. I swear to God, the criteria for getting a job on the Arsenal board is, have you worked in a circus previously? Because it is just, it doesn't matter who you get in. We're still in the same situations. Nothing's been learned. We're still letting him run down his contract. That's going to be come the summer window, that's all we're going to be talking about. Is Aubameyang staying or is he going?
Yeah. See, this is where I look at it, and I just think, like, as much as I like Aubameyang, and I don't think there's an Arsenal fan that don't love his goal scoring record. It's actually 2 years ago today, I think. Yeah, 2 years ago today we signed him, and he's been relentless for that 2 years, right? But let's be real here. The fact and reality is he's running his contract down, and he's being very smart about it. Very similar to Aaron Ramsey, like saying the right things, but still chipping away at months and months and months of not signing. So yeah. I think that we give him an ultimatum. That's what I'd do. I'd say, look, come the end of May, if you haven't signed your contract that we have offered you on the terms that we're offering you, we are selling you in the summer. So then we take the power away from him. The only problem with that is if he goes bollocks, I ain't leaving. I'm not leaving.
I'm not leaving. Yeah. I also think as well, Aubameyang's holding on to see whether we get Champions League football. I actually, listen, whatever that happens with our season, I think he's sort of looked on it and go, well, I'm happy here. Let's see what happens. If we get into the Champions League, I'll sign. If we don't, then I want to leave. And I think that's why he's sitting on that contract.
I mean, that contract's been there for about a year or so now, I think, as well. And he's eaten away at a year without signing. Listen, it ain't distracting him from scoring goals because his performances have been there or thereabouts the same anyway. But the thing is, he's under no obligation to sign a new contract, you know, and if he leaves for nothing, he's done nothing wrong because he's adhered to the terms of the contract. But this is where a big club acts and goes, very similar to, like, I don't want to use Tottenham as a big club example because they're not, but Christian Eriksen, they've sold him for 16.9 million quid. He's got less than 6 months left on his contract. I think he's got 5 months left. They've just gone, bollocks, you're gone. We're selling you. And I think that Arsenal need to get into that position where we go, right, you've got until so-and-so day, and if you don't sign it, we are selling you, bruv. And I don't think we're going to do that. And sadly, I do think he's either going to go for peanuts or he's going to go for nothing.
Yeah, I do. I must admit, I am worrying about this Aubameyang thing because it is just like deja vu all over again. You know, and listen, if he goes, listen, we've lost so many top players. You know, Van Persie, you know, Fabregas. Who was the other one that went as well? Alexis Sanchez. So listen, there was life after those players, and there'll be life after Aubameyang if he goes. But you know, you are right in what we're saying. We do need to make a decision. We do need to make a decision because we can't have another transfer window with our best player going, oh, is he going to stay? Is he going to go? Because we're never ever going to move forward as a club. We're never ever going to progress, and we're never ever going to get to where we need to be. So this, I would have ideally like to have seen this tied up in January, but I can sort of see it from Aubameyang's point of view. He's probably sat there thinking, listen, I want a bit longer to judge on where I think this club is going, because quite frankly, the decisions that we've made, even over this season, the decisions that the football club made, you know, they took too long in sacking Emery, in my opinion. You know, we had the perfect chance to sack him in that international break in November.
Yeah, after the Leicester game, wasn't it?
Yeah, after the Leicester game. Listen, he should have gone before that, in my opinion. But that Leicester game, after that game, was the perfect time to sack him. And they didn't. They hung on and they hung on. And, you know, we were still in a top 4 race, even back in November. So we could have actually sacked him then. Listen, they've known for a while that they were going to get Arteta. You know, I think they always had him lined up because he was meant to come in before we got Emery. I think the only reason we got Emery was just Ivan Gazidis' way of saying, here you go, Arsenal, have Emery, I'm off, see you later, sort of thing.
It's funny what you're saying about sacking him, right, in November, because I looked the other day and I typed in where were Tottenham in the league when Jose signed, right? And they were 14th when they sacked Pochettino, right? Arsenal were 5th. Yeah, there weren't much points difference. I think there was only about 4-point difference, right?
Yeah.
But fast forward now, 4 months later, they're now above us. We're below them. And the points gap's about 4 difference the other way. It's kind of mad how it's all worked out. It is mad.
And you know, Pochettino was my first choice. I know a lot of people didn't want.
Jesus, that's controversial, Daniel.
Listen, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it now. Listen, I had visions of Pochettino coming in and winning us a trophy in his first 6 months of being here, even if being the FA Cup, just so we could rub it in all them Spurs faces, going, you know what? You had him all that time and won fuck all, and look, you just come to us and won silver.
It's funny. I watched a bit of the Inter Milan game the other night. Eriksen came on for his debut. They won the game. They're into the semis of the cup. I said to my missus, I said, wouldn't it be ironic if Eriksen went there and within a couple of weeks he wins a trophy?
yeah, it is, mate. It is just fucking. And they have.
Go on, mate.
Tottenham have got the perfect manager in Jose Mourinho, because he's the most hated manager in the Premier League, and Tottenham's the most hated club in the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? It is just proper. It is proper mad.
Everybody in the chat room, there's nearly 600 people watching this live. Firstly, I have put a link out there. I'll do it again. I think I can do it again. Let me see if I can do it again. That link I'm putting in the chat is for Daniel's channel. Everybody
Yeah.
in the chat, go and click on that link I've just put in there. Go and subscribe to his channel right now. Whilst
And
we're doing that,
if you miss the link as well, it is just literally The Blind Gooner. So just type that into YouTube and my channel will come up.
there you go. Also, what we'll do, we'll ask everybody in the chat to do we'll do 5 minutes or so worth of questions for you.
Yeah.
So anybody's got any questions, whack them in the chat, and we'll answer some of them for you. I'll get Daniel to answer them. Thank you for coming on, mate. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
as well.
no worries. I just want to say as well, my channel is open to any football fan. I know I'm called, my channel is called The Blind Gooner, but listen, any football fan, it doesn't matter what club you support, you're welcome on my channel. So that's, anybody's welcome.
There you go. Ben wants to know how old you are.
How old am I?
Yeah.
I'm 30. I'm going to be 30 in March. So I'm 29 at the moment, but I'm going to be 30 in March.
Would I be right in saying you go all the way from Cornwall to pretty much every game?
So I live down in Exeter,
Wow.
which is
it's just before.
Yeah, and
Cornwall.
I travel everywhere to watch Arsenal. Even when I'm not watching Arsenal, I'm still traveling. I go to if I can. The last couple of years, I've been to America twice a year. So
Nice.
literally, I just go everywhere. I go everywhere.
I've never been to America. I'm going to New York in December, but I've never been to America.
Oh, do you know what? New York is. You will love New York. It is brilliant, mate. I've been there 3 times, and it is brilliant.
Ain't you going to Australia this year?
Yeah, right? next Thursday, I'm off to Australia.
Whereabouts?
So I'm starting off in. I'm flying to Cairns.
Yeah.
Which is the northernmost part of Australia.
Yeah.
Spending a few days in Cairns doing all the attractions, like the Barrier Reef and the
nice.
Kuranda Railway, and the Cape Tribulation, and then I'm going to Ayers Rock.
Lovely.
Going to see Ayers Rock, and then I'm going to Sydney, doing everything in Sydney, and then Melbourne.
You're loving life right now, then, mate.
Yeah. Do you know what I am? I am loving life, and I listen. I'm enjoying the fact that I started up my YouTube channel over a week ago, and I've had some mad support off of that. I know you plug my channel nearly every day on your stream, so I appreciate that.
That's cool, man. Yeah, it's kind of mad actually, because not many people know this, but my youngest brother is actually blind. Yeah, he's well, I say he's blind. He's partially sighted, but he's totally blind in one eye. Yeah, and he's got about 20% vision completely over the 2 eyes. But he goes all over the world watching England for some unknown reason. Yeah.
Mad. That is mad.
Countries he's been to are unbelievable, mate. Like he said, he went to Estonia. He said it was like 50p a pint. Right, and the funny thing is, he supports Derby County, my little brother. Right, my mum and dad, they live up in Scotland, or just on the border of Scotland. I remember he went down to Millwall away. So he's gone all the way from near Scotland down to Millwall, right? And the hospital, Royal Infirmary in London, I think it was Millwall Royal Infirmary, phoned my mum and dad up and said, yeah, is that Mr. Science? Yeah, we've got your son here. He's currently having his stomach pumped because he's drunk too much alcohol.
Jesus Christ. And do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, Lee, as well? A lot of people have the misconception of blind people.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when they see a blind person, they think that all they do is sit at home all day doing nothing.
Yeah. Bored, yeah. Exactly.
And it's wrong. Like and it is. Do you know what? I blame the RNIB for that, because they put out so many videos and go, look at all these blind people. They're poor and they can't do. They're poor. They need carers coming. They get round the clock care 24 hours a day. Like, no, that's not the right message to be putting out. You've got to put out the message promoting independence and stuff. Exactly. It's wrong. And then
I'll be straight up. My little brother goes everywhere watching Derby, all over the globe, mate. Yeah, he'll go all over the world watching England. Yeah, he gets on the trains. He hasn't got a guide dog or a stick or anything like that, because, like I said, his vision's about 20%. But he goes everywhere. I've got a good question here for you, mate, from a guy called Bagmanny, regular watcher of the show. Thank you, Bagmanny.
Yeah.
He says, Daniel, what's the best place you have visited in any country so far?
The best place I've visited. Do you know what? I'd have to say Jamaica. love Jamaica, man. Like there's Jamaica and then possibly New York. New York's got to be one of the best places. And then obviously I've been pretty much all around Europe and that, but yeah, it's got to be Jamaica and then followed by New York.
Nice one. Next question is from another regular listener. Big up DJ Crane, good guy on this channel. He says, would you buy Ozil's contract in the summer or let him jog his contract down?
Do you know what? I would let Ozil run his contract down and let him go for free because we ain't gonna fucking miss him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, we ain't gonna.
Careful, mate. They'll be coming for you.
Do you know, I don't. Fuck him, innit? Do you know what it is though? Do you know what it is with Ozil? Right, he's on 350 grand a week, and he still can't even afford a decent chiropractor. You know what I mean? What's that all about? He's always got back trouble.
I seen Mustafi jumping on his back in training yesterday. He put a tweet out there. Right,
that'll be Ozil out.
He'll be out for 6 weeks with a bad back.
Yeah,
again, you know what I mean?
Yeah, he'll be out. That'll be him out. What's he doing to fuck up his back? Do you know what I mean? He's missing. He's missing. His missus must be some fat missus. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean?
A couple of questions here for you, mate, and then we'll wrap this up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it? Favorite moment supporting Arsenal. That's from Georgie, the Leicester fan, the regular listener as well. Favorite moment supporting Arsenal.
I don't know. I've got probably when we went the season Invincible. It's got to be my favorite moment. When we went the season Invincible. Following that is when we won the league at White Hart Lane. That's literally that's got to be up there. Yeah, that's got to be up there.
Where was the other question I wanted to ask? Another regular listener to my show, watcher of my show, a guy called Bertrand Soup. He says, Daniel, are you still on AFTV?
Am I? I'm not on AFTV. There's reasons behind that, which I'm not going to go into on here, but I'm not on AFTV. But if you like my content, then obviously subscribe to my channel because that's...
You're currently, as it stands, 28 subscribers away from 200. So 28 people
200. Come on, man.
I'll put the link
Everyone
again
smash Everyone smash the subscribe. It is literally, if you miss the link, because I know your chat goes pretty mad on times, it is just search the Blind Gooner, smash that subscribe
button. We'll do one more question, and that is from Tyrone McIntyre, another guy who watches my show all the time. Lee, ask Daniel who should replace Mesut Ozil.
I would take Ziyech all day long. I'd take Ziyech. No big club has gone in for that guy. He is a quality. Do you know what? He's just sat there waiting for someone to go, let's take Ziyech. I don't understand why nobody's gone in for him. And this is what really makes me mad is there's a lot of Arsenal fans, and listen, I'm going to piss everybody off by probably saying this, but what the hell? There's a lot of Arsenal fans that think Mesut Ozil is the best thing since sliced bread, and he really isn't. He really fucking isn't. Why? What has he given since he's? Let me ask everybody this question and put it in the chat. Anybody who loves Mesut Ozil, everybody who thinks he is this, name one good moment that he's ever given us playing for Arsenal. What has he done that's been, what has he done since he's been here, since he's joined from Madrid? What has he done that's gone, you know what, that helped us win a trophy, or that helped us win the league, or that,
there you
he's
go.
Gone fuck all. There's none there.
You've got a few more questions here, mate. Dave Mitchell on Facebook. It's not a question. He just says, Daniel, I'm doing a sponsored run for the Blind Society next month. Well done to you, Dave.
You. Yeah, well done. Thank you very much.
Where was the other one? Shaf says, all the best with your channel.
Yeah, thank you.
Everyone's saying Ozil is Lee's favourite subject.
Mate, do you know what? There's too many fans that just I don't get the hype around Mesut Ozil. I don't get it. I don't get it. there's better players. Do you know what? My fucking nan could do better than Mesut Ozil. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, come on, and she's up with the fairies, mate.
Yeah, it's just proper mad. I don't get it. Apart from bringing the club a load of money in, what does he actually do?
Here's a good question. I already know the answer to this, but I'll let you answer it. One Love Arsenal regular viewer to the show. Daniel, are you fully blind or partially blind?
So I'm totally blind. I've been blind from birth. So I've got a little bit of vision in my left eye, but it's nothing to write home about. I have to get around. I use a guide dog, so I have to. I can't see out well enough out my left eye. But yeah, I'm totally blind.
There you go. Let's do one more question. I'll let you get off, mate. I appreciate you coming on as always.
Yeah, no, thank you very much.
20 away from 200 subscribers.
Yeah.
So I'll put the link in one more time in the comments. Blind Gooner, the Blind Gooner. Click on that link. Subscribe to Daniel. We'll do one more question. I'm gonna ask you this question. This is from Omar. This is one of my first ever subscribers, by the way. Yeah, he says, "Do you?"
I think he's subscribed to me as well. I think it's the same guy that subscribed to me.
He's subscribed to pretty much every Arsenal channel out there because he's a good guy like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to do two more questions. Right, we'll start with Omar's question. Do you regret not being able to see? Is the question from him.
Do you know what? This is a really interesting question because when I was younger, I went to a blind school. I went to a school down in Devon, but when I was at home, I always used to hang around with sighted people, and I always used to struggle with fitting in. I was never accepted for somebody who had a visual impairment, and it used to really get me down. I used to be like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? Why are people not accepting me? Because I'm just like anybody else, just I can't see. And that went on for years. And then when I was 16, I just literally had when you have a light bulb moment. I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna fucking live my life like this anymore. And since then, I've just gone, you know what? If people don't accept me for who I am, fuck them. Move on to the next person. That's it.
Yeah.
And no, I don't. And now I've sort of accepted the fact that accepted the fact that I'm blind. And yeah, of course, I still have days where I'm like, fucking hell, what the fuck's going on? Everybody has days, like that. Everybody has days. Not much offends me, but when I'm having those days, the slightest little thing about blindness affect. So I do like I end up when I'm having those days, I try and stay off social media. Because listen, I know I blooming badly reacted to one of your tweets once.
I remember that. What did I do?
Do you know what? Yeah, do you know what it is? I remember the day as well. I was having a day where I've been out and everything had been fucking wrong. I went to the train station. My assistants turned up late for the bloody train, so I ended up missing. And everyone on the train was like, "Oh, look, a blind person. What's he doing on the train?" And I just got home and I saw your tweet and I was like, "For fuck's sake, what's going on today?" And then like the day after, I was looking back on it. I was like, "Shit, this ain't me. I never react like that to anybody." I'm the first one to joke about blindness. I'm literally, I'll walk into a room and I'll trip over the arm of the sofa and I'll be like, fucking silly twat. Should have seen where you were going. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm the first person to do that. And I will. I've been, that's the way I was brought up, and I've got a sense of humor. I have got a mad sense of humor. So any jokes, and I get it as well. I get people, even when I'm at Arsenal, I get people going, "Oh, why are you going to a football match when you can't see him?" I'm like, "Well, why has your mum let you out? Because she obviously has." Do you know what I mean? It's just, it just makes me laugh that some people don't. They just think that blind people, all they do is they just sit at home. They have round the clock care. They just sit licking windows all day. Do you know what I mean? And it really isn't true. It's just proper mad.
Right, I'm going to ask you this question. and then I'm going to give you a statement after that from somebody else, and we'll wrap this up. Hugh is also a long-time show watcher. He says, "Hey, Blind Gooner, what would be your key signing in the summer?"
It would have to be Upamecano, without a doubt. Got to get him in. Upamecano and Saliba, there'd be just 2 quality centre backs, and then keep, depending on how well he does, keep Pablo Mari as a backup along with David Luiz, and then I would ship out. I'd ship out Socrates. Maybe send Rob Holding out on loan just for a bit more experience, because he's had a long injury. That would be my thing going forward.
Nice one. And we're going to end it on this, mate. If I can find it. It said, "Daniel, you still dream, so you still see, mate. You were so you were no different to anybody else." And that's from Bad Man. That's a good comment. It's a very good comment.
That is. Well, thank you very much, man. Thanks.
Daniel, thank you for coming on, mate. Appreciate it. Let everybody know where to follow you on Twitter, mate. What's your Twitter handle?
So my Twitter is the Blind Gooner, the same as my YouTube. So again, go and check out both of those. Go and hit the subscribe on my channel, and also as well, enable the notifications as well, because I've got a lot of people subscribe but not enabled the notifications, so they miss a lot of my stuff, especially my live streams.
They also need to put notifications on their phone or device, because the amount of people that put it on YouTube don't activate it on their device, so they'll never get it.
Yeah, you've got to put it on as well. Check out, and check out all my content, and that, share it around, share all my content, and share all that around. That all helps get it noticed. And
are you on Facebook? There's a deal.
I am on Facebook. I haven't got a page for my channel yet. So keep checking out my Twitter when I do set up a page, when I get round to it. That'll probably be after I get back from Australia. But stay tuned to my channel and to my Twitter, and a Facebook page will be coming soon.
Nice one. Daniel, thank you very much for coming on, mate.
No worries. Cheers,
Have
Lee.
a wicked afternoon, and it's always nice talking to you, buddy. So also, if I don't speak to you before, enjoy Australia, mate, yeah?
Yeah, I will do. And listen, if you could, on my channel, if you've got space in your description to put the link in a few times.
Yeah, of course, man. I'll do it now. I'll do it now.
Cheers. Thanks, Lee.
Man.
Cheers.
Have a wicked afternoon, mate, yeah? Take care, buddy.
Thank you.
See you, mate. And that is Daniel, the Blind Gooner. Lovely to have him on. Really, really nice to have him on. So nice lad, really nice lad. And he's a proper traveller up and down this country to go and watch Arsenal with him. He goes all the way from Exeter, as you heard him say. So I remember seeing him, I think it was at Goodison Park, all the way from Exeter to Liverpool. That is not an easy trip, trust me. From Milton Keynes to Liverpool is not easy. That's a good 8-9 hour mission from where he was. So really, really lovely fella, and I'm glad I had him on as well. Some of you with the questions as well, wicked questions. So thank you very much for that. And it was nice to see that everyone kept it respectful, because I know there's a few dickheads that come on this channel every now and again. But it was nice that it was a nice clean chat as well. So big up every single one of you. I am going to wrap this up. I will be back in about 8:30-ish, unless Arsenal break some news out of nowhere and give us another deal, then I will be back around 8:30. Like I said, for anybody who's joined late, Chig will be coming on. Hopefully Claude and Kenny will be coming on at some point. My boy Sam, some of you will know Sam. We used to do other podcasts together. We actually did AFTV Extra together for a little bit, for those who remember that far back. But he's a really nice lad. And if you think I hate Ozil, yeah, put your earplugs in if we discuss Ozil, put it that way. But yeah, listen, I'm really looking forward to that later on. So, and I'm going to see if I can get Kenny on. I'm going to go and message them all in a minute. And I will be back around 8:30 this evening. We'll go all the way through till 11:30. And I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, thank you very much. I know all of you have been here for a long, long time watching this stream. We've been going for over 2 hours. I need to go to the shop, stock up on that Morgan Spice, baby. Hopefully they got the spice, not the dark. The dark one, not really feeling that. But listen, thank you very much. And I do appreciate it. Do drive the likes up. Facebook in the description, along with my Insta. I'm going to put a link to Daniel's channel in the description as well any minute now. So if you're not following him, you can go and do so via the link as well. So listen, thank you very much. Big up Daniel, big up all of you. And I will see you about 8:30 this evening. Hopefully we'll have some more business in. Laters, peeps.